They say she doesn't care. Just move on. Let me ask you something. What if that's not true? What if her silence isn't confidence, but doubt? What if she's not ignoring you because she's moved on, but because she's unsure? Unsure if you're still chasing, still desperate, still caught in her game. See, she's not as calm and collected as she wants you to believe. She's waiting, watching, wondering if you'll break. She's testing you, pushing buttons, seeing if she still has control over your emotions. But today, that ends. Because you're done. Done being manipulated, done second-guessing yourself, done wasting energy on someone who thrives on your reactions. And here's the truth. The most powerful move you can make isn't anger. It's not revenge. It's silence. Calm, calculated, controlled silence. Not silence out of bitterness, but silence out of strength. Because when you stop reacting, when you stop chasing, when you pull back and focus on you, everything changes. This isn't just about her anymore. This is about reclaiming your peace, your power, your self-respect. And the best part, by the time she realizes what she lost, you'll already be long gone. So are you ready? Let's begin. Step 1. Stop reacting. She's expecting it. You felt it, haven't you? That sudden shift. Her messages get colder. Her replies take longer. The warmth you once felt, gone. Maybe she used to text you every morning. Now, silence. Maybe she used to make plans. Now she's always busy. But here's the strange part. She's still watching, still lurking on your stories, still finding little ways to make sure you see her. Why? Because she's fishing for a reaction. She wants to know you're still hooked. She's waiting for you to break, to panic, to double text, to ask, did I do something wrong? And the second you do, she wins. Because that's all she needs, that one sign that she still controls you, that her absence still makes you anxious, that you're still dancing to her tune. Most men fall into this trap. They spiral, checking their phones every 5 minutes, overthinking every word, every pause, every silence. They rewrite old conversations in their heads, trying to figure out what they did wrong. And when the anxiety peaks, they reach out. They send that text, apologizing for things they didn't even do, just to get some kind of response. But here's the truth you need to understand. A woman only plays these games with a man she hasn't fully decided on. She's unsure, still testing you, still trying to figure out if you're a man she can respect or a man she can manipulate. And if you want that respect, if you want to break free from this cycle, you have to master the one move she never expects. Silence. Calm, steady, unshakable silence. Not out of anger, not out of spite, but because you've chosen to step back. Because you know that your peace, your self-worth, and your dignity are too valuable to waste chasing someone who's just playing games. When you stop reacting, you stop being controlled. And when you stop being controlled, that's when everything changes. Step 2. Let silence break her control. When you stop reacting, when you resist that urge to chase, to explain, to fix things, something powerful happens. At first, she won't believe it. She'll assume you're just waiting. She'll think, any minute now, he'll break. But when the hours turn into days and you still haven't reached out, that's when it starts to bother her. Because silence is terrifying to people who need control. It leaves them alone with their own thoughts they've been running from. And now, instead of you overanalyzing everything, she's the one spiraling. Now she's checking her phone, scrolling through old messages, replaying your last conversation in her mind, searching for clues. Now she's the one wondering, did I push him too far? And that doubt, that creeping uncertainty, it starts to eat away at her. So what does she do? She tries to distract herself. Maybe she posts a picture, smiling, looking her best, hoping you'll see it and crack. Maybe she goes out, laughing a little louder than usual, pretending she's unbothered. But it's not real. It's noise. A performance. Because deep down, she's still checking, still waiting, still hoping that somehow, some way, you'll react. But when you don't, when the silence stretches on and she realizes you're really gone, that's when the panic sets in. Not because she misses having you, but because she's losing control over you. And the moment she feels that loss, the moment she realizes she can no longer pull your strings, that's when everything shifts. Because now, she's not just thinking about what you're doing, she's wondering who you're becoming. And that unknown, that's what keeps her up at night. Step 3. Watch her start to doubt herself. At first, she's confident, convinced she's in control. She tells herself, he's just playing it cool, he'll crack soon enough. But as the hours turn into days and the days into weeks, that confidence starts to flicker. Why hasn't he reached out? At first, it's just a passing thought, a flicker of curiosity. But as your silence continues, that flicker turns into tension. Is he moving on? Now, the thoughts won't leave her alone. She's replaying your last conversation, wondering if she misread the signs. She's scrolling through your old texts, trying to spot the moment when things changed. She's checking your social media, not once, but obsessively, hoping for some clue that you're still thinking about her. And when she sees nothing, when she finds no sign that you're chasing, no hint that you're still holding on, that's when fear creeps in. Did I lose him? See, she expected you to be predictable. She assumed you'd react like most men, scrambling to explain yourself, to apologize, to fix what's broken. But you didn't. Instead, you did something rare, something powerful. You mastered the Stoic mindset, calm, steady, unmoved by her emotional tests. And that creates the unknown. And nothing haunts the mind more than unanswered questions. Now she's wondering, what's he thinking? Is he seeing someone else? Was he stronger than I thought? Suddenly, her mind is racing. Not because she wants you back, but because she can't stand not knowing. And the more she spirals, the more her confidence starts to crack. Now she's seeking answers. She's scrolling through your stories, trying to decode every detail. She's looking at your posts, not to admire them, but to figure out who you've become without her. She might not like your pictures, but she's watching. She might not text you, but she's thinking about it. Because silence forces her to face a question she never expected to ask. Did I just lose a man I should have kept? Step 4. When she reaches out, don't fall for the trap. And then, it happens. After all the silence, after all the waiting, her name finally pops up on your phone. Hey, hope you're doing well. Just saw something that reminded me of you. It's casual, simple, just enough to grab your attention without sounding too obvious. And in that moment, your mind races. This is it, you think. She finally realized she made a mistake. Your heart jumps, your fingers itch to reply, fast, excited, eager to restart what you thought you lost. But this isn't her confessing regret. This isn't her admitting she messed up. It's a test. She's not asking to come back. She's asking if she still owns you. Because the moment you jump at her message, the moment you reply instantly, all warm and welcoming, she knows she's still in control. And that's all she wanted. Not you. Not the relationship. Just the comfort of knowing that if she wanted to, she could still pull you back with a few words. And once she confirms that, she disappears again, just like that. Because she wasn't reaching out to rebuild something real. She was reaching out to feed her ego. But you? You're smarter now. You've seen this play before. So instead of lighting up like a kid on Christmas morning, you pause, you breathe, and you let that message sit. Because you know something she doesn't. Silence speaks louder than words. If she truly regrets losing you, if she genuinely wants to fix things, she won't just send breadcrumbs. She won't play it safe with vague texts or casual comments. She'll show up with clarity, with honesty, and with effort. Until then, stay still, stay quiet, stay in control. Because the strongest response isn't a reaction, it's silence. Step 5. Master emotional detachment. Your true power. Here's where everything changes, not for her, but for you. Because when you master detachment, you stop playing her game altogether. No more waiting, no more overthinking, no more wondering what she's doing or who she's with. You stop chasing, you stop proving your worth. Because you finally understand you never had to prove anything in the first place. Instead, you turn your focus inward, where it always belonged. You hit the gym, not to impress her, but to build strength for you. You dive into your goals, not to make her notice, but because your purpose matters more than her approval. You surround yourself with people who add value to your life, not as a distraction, but because you've realized your energy is too valuable to waste on anyone who doesn't respect it. And the best part? You start to feel free. Free from the constant need to check your phone. Free from the anxious thoughts that used to keep you up at night. Free from the cycle of proving, pleasing, and chasing. This is the core of Stoicism. Mastering yourself instead of trying to control others. See, a man who lives this way doesn't become powerful by manipulating people. He becomes powerful because he no longer needs to. His strength comes from within, from knowing that his peace, his confidence, and his self-worth are his own. And when she finally realizes that, when it dawns on her that you've built a stronger, wiser, calmer version of yourself, one that no longer depends on her presence, that's when the regret sets in. She'll think back to the moments she ignored you, the times she tested you, the chances she had to keep you, and she'll feel it, that sharp sting of knowing she let something valuable slip through her fingers. But by then, it's too late. Because the man she once thought she could push, pull, and control doesn't exist anymore. By the time she's ready to prove herself to you, you won't even care. Not out of spite, not out of bitterness, but because you've built a life so rich, so meaningful, and so full of purpose that the version of you who once waited by the phone no longer exists. And that's the greatest victory of all. Because true power isn't about making her chase you. It's about realizing you never needed to chase anyone in the first place. This was never about playing mind games, never about revenge, never about proving a point. It's about something far more powerful. Reclaiming yourself, your peace, your focus, your self-respect. When you stop reacting, when you stop chasing, when you stop relying on someone else's attention to feel whole, you break free. You become untouchable. Because the man who doesn't need approval is the man who earns respect. The man who controls his emotions is the man who controls his life. And the man who embraces silence, calm, steady, unshaken, is the man who finally finds peace. So if you're ready to step into that power, to break free from the cycle of anxiety, doubt, and desperation, then take this moment right now and decide. Decide that from this day forward, you're done seeking validation. You're done proving your worth. You're done letting anyone's attention or absence define your value. Because you don't need their approval. You already have everything you need within you. Now say it. Write it. Believe it. I am untouchable. Own it. Live it. Because starting today, that's exactly who you are. Thanks for being with Stoic Heart on this journey today. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts or suggestions for future topics, so drop a comment below. See you in the next video.